What's up, YouTube? This is Josh coming at you after a couple of brews with my July 2021 pickups. Stay tuned.
Skull, 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 skull.
So July, it flew by. I had a little over a week for vacation. It blasted past me. Vacation always does. We are drinking what I hope, because I haven't tried it, is a really tasty brew. This is the Meander Grapefruit Pale Ale. This is from the monthly subscription box, the Craft Beer Club of the Month, that my wife got me last month. I didn't realize that it was more than 1 month, but it is. So this one came this month, and this one is from Mainstay Independent. They're out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is a grapefruit pale ale. It's dry hopped pale ale brewed with grapefruit zest. It is a 5% alcohol by volume. Smells pretty decent. Tastes pretty good. I don't know if I'm getting the grapefruit out of it though. Let's see. Not bad. I may have to check these guys out when I head up to Philadelphia in a couple months for too many games. Are you guys going to be there? I'm going to try to be there. Maybe we'll catch up with each other, have a couple drinks, do some game hunting together. We'll see. The Meander Grapefruit Pale Ale. It's bitter like a grapefruit. I'll give it that. Not too bad. All right, so July 2021. As I said, flew by. Truthfully, I didn't feel like I had as many pickups this month as I have the last couple months. I've had some hellaciously long pickups videos with everything that I picked up the last couple months. This month I didn't pick up quite as much stuff. We'll see how long it takes to get through it. I actually have a couple things that I forgot to show you guys that were actually from June. So we're going to start with the June stuff that I picked up. It was a bunch of Xbox stuff that I got through a fellow co-worker of my wife's. My wife has talked to some people. She knew they know that I collect games and do different stuff. So one of her coworkers mentioned that they had an Xbox that they were looking to get rid of, an original Xbox. So they sent it my way to check it out. It came with like about a dozen games or so like that. Original Xbox system, working in really good shape. They couldn't get it to work. I don't know what. Maybe they just didn't know how to hook it up, but it's in really good shape. So it's cool to get an extra console. It came with a regular S controller. I'm still looking for that Duke. It came with a wireless controller, but I'm not sure if this really works or not. You know, usually if you have something wireless, you have something you need to plug into it as a sensor, but I didn't see any kind of sensor with this one. So, and it came with about a dozen games. Really, only one of these games is anything substantial. The rest of them are all pretty kind of cheap, like standard type of games. It came with I'm pretty sure they're all complete in box. It came with American Chopper for the original Xbox. Came with a loose copy that was jammed in one of the other boxes with Need for Speed Carbon. Ford Mustang, The Legend Lives On. I think they must have been racing fans. Came with Medal of Honor Rising Sun. Came with Ant 2, which is a pretty cool one to pick up. Pretty sure none of these games I actually had already. A copy of NCAA Football 2005, dual copy with the top spin. I think I already have that, but we'll see. It came with a triple play 2002. These are all complete, as I said. Came with Cabela's Dangerous Hunts, platinum hits. It's one that's pretty cool to add. It came with a Monster Garage with old Jesse James on there himself from way back in the early 2000s theme. IHRA Drag Racing 2004, like I said, complete. Conflict Vietnam. I've never played any of these conflict games. I'm assuming that they are first-person shooters based upon war, like Vietnam and Desert Storm and all that kind of stuff. True Crime Streets of LA. I actually had this one when I had my original Xbox. It's a pretty cool game, actually. It's not quite as good as like the GTA games, but it's a GTA clone. It's pretty much the same thing. I thought the coolest part about this one and the New York that they had, because they had one for the streets of New York as well, was that they actually used mapping to lay out the city for the games, which was pretty neat. Because so if you're familiar with LA, I'm not, so they could have fooled me either which way. They, if you're familiar with it, then it should look the same within this game or close to the same. Two best games that came with it was The Godfather, the game, which I have not played before. I'm assuming it's a Mafia game. Well, it's got to be a Mafia game. And the best game of the bunch that it came with was a complete copy of Scarface for the original Xbox. I have this already on PlayStation 2, but it's definitely cool to check it out. It also came with, I don't know why, but it had no Guitar Hero games, but it came with a Guitar Hero guitar. All that for $40. I don't think that was too bad. They were looking to get rid of it. I added a couple of games to the set that I hadn't had before. Very cool. So another thing that I picked up in June that I forgot to show you guys was this. I picked this up at the thrift shop. I think it was like $3. So it was a good deal in my opinion. But it's a PlayStation case. This should fit perfectly over there in my little entertainment thing. Once I start getting my game room set up, it should fit in one of those drawers perfectly. And I can fit all my original, because I have a small collection of original PlayStation games. Should be able to fit that right in there. So that was pretty cool to pick that up for $3. You can't go wrong. Those things go for way more when you pick them up off of eBay or somewhere else like that. So moving on then to the actual July pickups that I have right here, after we have another sip of this tasty brew. I broke it down like I always do. We have broke down depending upon where I bought it at. So I'm gonna hit the thrift stuff first. I found a pair of these, which I had never seen these before. I would assume that they would make them, but they're a little set of the steering wheels for like a couple bucks at the Goodwill for the Nintendo Switch. They hold the Joy-Cons inside of it. Like I said, I've never seen them before. I don't know how much use they'll get, but definitely pretty neat to pick up for just a couple dollars. I picked up a complete copy of TV Superstars for a couple dollars. I know that's a pretty lame game, but whatever. Added to the PlayStation 3 set. A couple of other games that I picked up for the PlayStation 3 from the thrift as well was Mag, a complete copy. These were all like $3, $2 or $3 a piece. And Defiance. Unfortunately, I think both of these games, Mag and Defiance, are online only games, and most likely the servers probably do not work for those, but they'll make a nice addition to all the stuff on the shelves once I get some shelves in there. I picked up a copy of, actually just picked this one up today for that matter, because this is the second to the last day of July when I'm recording this. WWE 13 complete copy. It's got CM Punk on the cover. This is actually a double, but for $2. I wasn't going to leave it behind. Might end up sending it along to somebody else. I also picked up 3 Wii games, 2 original Xbox games, 3 PlayStation 2 games, 2 PlayStation games, and 3 Xbox One games. And here they are. As we go, we will throw up the PlayStation 1 games first. We got a nice, clean copy of Pac-Man World. When I picked that up, it was like $1. Like, for some reason, the Goodwills and the thrifts price the PlayStation games like they price their CDs, so, which is good for all of us that are out there hunting for them. But this is like a super clean, almost like a brand new copy of it. And a decent copy of a double disc of Driver 2. It's also pretty clean. The back's got a little bit of a crack, and I have that $2 thing that I couldn't quite get off of there, but it is complete with the manual. The discs look decent. The second disc looks brand new. Very good for that. For the Wii, we'll go with that next. I picked up Destroy All Humans. Big Willie Unleashed, complete in the box. Definitely looking forward to, if I find some time, to get into that one. I picked up, yeah, this one's kind of lame, but AMF Bowling Pinbusters. You're going to say, why the hell are you picking up these kind of Wii games? Well, the motion controls work great with the Wii Sports for the bowling, so I'm assuming that they work pretty good with this game too. And it's got some dudes in some like wonky outfits like cowgirls and Elvis. Might be fun. Also picked up Family Game Night, the first one I have, I think the third one as well. This one's complete. These are fun for when you want to get together with the kids and stuff like that. Play some family games. Very, very cool. For the Xbox at the Thrift, I picked up Need for Speed Underground. A nice complete copy of that. And I picked up a demo disc that they had as well for number 28, February 2004. I'm not sure. Did these have manuals in them? These demo discs? If you guys know, let me know in the comments for sure. Because I'm gonna probably start picking them up as I see them, if they're in decent shape and stuff like that. And if they have the demo, if they have a manual that goes with them, let me know. For the PlayStation 2, I picked up 3 games. I picked up SmackDown versus Raw 2006. This one did not have the manual, but the wrestling games always seem like they're pretty good to pick up if you can find them. I picked up a copy of Rocky, and for a CG version of Rocky that looks pretty damn tight. This one is complete. Happy to add that to the set. I also picked up Star Wars Racer Revenge. Never played this. It's a complete copy. Pretty cool looking manual too. But I'm assuming this is kind of like the Pod Racer, the N64 Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. It looks kind of the same on the back. We'll see. It's probably a little bit better because it was a PlayStation 2, not the N64. And for the Xbox One, as I've told you guys many times before, I do not have the Xbox One down here in the game room or in my living room for me to be able to play. I'm hoping at some point to get myself a Series X so I can play all these games. My daughter does have an Xbox One, so she can play them if she wants to, but she loves the digital stuff, so what you gonna do? Skyrim, complete with the map. Special edition. These were cheap, so I figured I'd pick them up, even though I have probably 2 copies of Skyrim already. Halo 5 Guardians, definitely excited to eventually get the time to take a look at that game as well, because I love the Halo games. And Call of Duty Infinite Warfare for the Xbox One. Those were the thrift pickups for the month. Not too bad, I don't think. Let me get these out of the way for a second. Alright, so where do we want to move on to next? I have a yard sale that I hit, I have some retail stuff, and I have some pawn shop pickups. So let me do the yard sale next. So I came across a yard sale while I was out thrifting. I don't see a whole lot of them. Actually, today I was actually looking. I had a little bit of extra cash in my pocket. I had some errands to run, and I was like, man, where's the yard sales? Because it's a Friday when I'm recording this. Didn't find none. But this was a couple weeks ago. I went out thrifting, and I happened to drive by somewhere. I had no cash in my pocket, and I could see the green of the Xbox containers on the table as I drove by. So I went up to the bank, grabbed a little bit of cash, went back to the table. Ended up really not buying any Xbox games, but they did have some other stuff. I got all this stuff for $20, which is the beauty of yard sales. So let me show you what I got. So I got a copy for the PS3 of Far Cry 2. Sorry if there was a little delay there. My device is running out of power. Complete box. Got a copy of Far Cry 3 for the PS3 as well. Complete. Got a greatest hits copy of Mortal Kombat Complete Edition. No manual. Very good though. Copy of The Walking Dead Game of the Year Edition. Complete. Got a copy for the PS4 of Ratchet and Clank. Complete. PlayStation 2, Destroy All Humans 2, no manual. Blazing Angels, the Squadrons of World War II, complete in box. The Spiderwick Chronicles for the Xbox, the only Xbox game that I picked up there. Complete as well. The Simpsons Hit and Run, a nice complete copy of for the PS2. Actually, I do believe it's a double. And I couldn't let these go. I just threw them in and said, hey, would you take $20 for these games, the ones that I just showed you? And I threw these in as well. I don't even have an Atari 2600, but I couldn't leave them behind. I got a copy of Space Jockey, Backgammon, and Real Sports Boxing for the 2600. So eventually, if I ever decide I want to pick an Atari up, I'll have a couple games already for it. Alright, so I don't run out of batteries too much, I'm going to speed this up a little bit. But I need to take a drink. I have the pawn shop here, and I have some retail pickups. So I'm going to go with the pawn shop first. All this stuff was from one pawn shop pickup. I love my pawn shop. There's 3 in my area. 2 of them never have a goddamn thing. They had once in a while they might have some modern era PS4, Xbox One games, but they want too much damn money for it. But the one pawn shop, I like the pawn shop. I wish they were all like this. So I think I got all this stuff for $80 from the guy. And I mean, it depends on your subjective as to whether or not you think that was a good deal or not. But I got PS1 games, I got PS3 games, I got PS2 games, I got Xbox 360, I got one original Xbox game in here. Let me throw the original Xbox game first. So it's Max Payne. Didn't have it in the collection for anything. It's a complete copy. Not the greatest copy, but definitely works, and happy to add it to the collection. I got a Game Boy game as well. I don't really collect hard for the Game Boy, but if I see them and they're reasonably priced, I pick them up. I got Turok 2 Seeds of Evil for it. This was jammed in, these 2 actually were jammed in other cases, but PlayStation 1 copy of Risk, PlayStation 1 copy of Crash Bandicoot Warped. Got a nice complete copy of the Die Hard trilogy. A nice complete copy of Spyro Year of the Dragon. A nice complete copy of Spyro the Dragon. And a nice complete copy of Tenchu Stealth Assassins. Then for the PlayStation 3, I got a copy of Darksiders Greatest Hits, complete. Assassin's Creed Revelations, I think these were all complete. Yes, that's complete. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, sorry about the lighting. One day I'll get it right. That was complete as well. The original Tomb Raider. Well, I should say the Tomb Raider reboot for the PlayStation 3. Love the old Tomb Raider games. Army of Two, Devil's Cartel, complete. Mass Effect 3, complete. I think this is a double. I think I have 2 of those now. Mass Effect 2, complete. This is for the PS3. I actually have a copy of that, I think, as well on the Xbox 360. And Resident Evil 6, complete. And then moving on to the Xbox 360 from the pawn shop. This, like I said, this was all one pickup for like $80. I got the Genesis collection, the Sonic Genesis collection, complete in the box, with all those amazing Genesis games on there, or Master System games. I got a copy of Project Gotham Racing 3, no manual. Dirt, complete. Let me not move on yet. Xbox 360. This was the game that surprised me of all of them. Import Tuner Challenge, complete in the box. All these games, like I said, $80 for all of them, but he typically charges me $3 for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Wii, PlayStation 2 if I come across them. This Import Tuner Challenge, it's like a $50 game, believe it or not. I'm not sure what makes it so special, but whatever. It's in the collection now. Moving on to the PlayStation 2, I got a good copy of Headhunter. Never played that one, so I'm not sure what to expect of that. SSX. Another copy of Hot Shots Golf 4. Like I said, this is a double, but I think the other copy that I have was just the disc. It didn't have the... It was in the box, had the disc and the manual, but didn't have the cover art. And the three good games, the really good games I got from the guy was Spyro: The Eternal Night, complete in the box. Spyro: A New Beginning, complete in the box. And Spyro: Enter the Dragonfly, complete in the box. Now the guy at the pawn shop, cool guy, kind of forging a little bit of a relationship with him. Try to stop in there at least every week or two, talk to him a little bit. They also had a copy of Dino Crisis, but unfortunately, I would have bought it too. Unfortunately, it had just sold it on eBay. Shame. Alright, so the last set of pickups, because I know that I'm running long again, and I thought this was going to be less than the last month, is retail pickups. So, I say retail. When I mean retail, I mean I'm going to a store and buying them either new or going to like a flea market and buying and paying like retail type of prices for it. So, one cool thing I got was I got a copy with the instruction, no box, but of Legend of Zelda: A Link's Awakening for the Game Boy. Nice little copy of that in the case. I got 2 PS4 games brand new. I think I paid $10 for this one, Life is Strange, Before the Storm. My daughter wanted to play it. I wish I could have got it on the Xbox because that's her system, but they only had it on the PlayStation 4. $5 at Five Below. I got Rocket Arena. I got a copy of, this is from the Flea Market. I got a complete in-box copy of Morrowind. Played this years ago for the original Xbox. Would like to jump back in it and actually finish it. I got a new copy of World of Final Fantasy Maxima and Fade to Silence. This one looks cool as shit. It looks kind of like a like horror or type of stealth type of game, and it just looks really neat. I thought for as cheap as I picked these up retail, they were worth picking up. I picked up a set of the Zelda Joy-Cons. I found them at my Walmart. I did not want to pay the scalper prices because I've seen them going for like $120, $130 on Facebook and on eBay. Found these, $70. Was glad to add them because I really wanted to pre-order these back when they announced that they were going to sell them, but I couldn't find them anywhere for the pre-order, so I was jacked. I actually went in the store and I found there was 2 sets in the store. I left the other set for somebody else in case they wanted it. I wasn't greedy. Cool to get. And finally, retail I picked up. These are just some common games for the NES, but you know I love collecting for the NES. I got Twin Eagle. I cleaned that one up really nice. It had a bunch of crap all over it, but I cleaned it up. Twin Eagle. Snoopy's Silly Sports Spectacular. Little League World Series, or Little League Baseball Championship Series. Zexis, I guess that's how you pronounce that. I don't know. And the one that I really wanted of all of them that I picked up. Not a super expensive game, but Super Dodgeball. It's definitely cool to add that back to the collection. So that is what I have, everybody. For the month of July, I ran it almost just as long as I ran all the other ones from the last couple of months. It wasn't nearly as much stuff, but I guess I rambled on enough talking about the games and the beer, and it was fun. I love game hunting. It's an addiction. What can I say? I don't know. It's fun. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.